Um, Hello, Virgo. I'm Anna. So, we're pulling up your concealed truth reading for this sensitive moment. As always, take what resonates, softly release the rest, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay connected with future messages. Now, let's break down what protected information is revealing to you. You're holding something in complete confidence right now. And the weight of maintaining absolute silence about this knowledge is creating pressure that only grows stronger the longer you carry it alone. Not trivial secret, not casual information kept private temporarily. Something substantial, something that would alter circumstances if spoken, something that would create ripples you're not prepared to navigate, something affecting others in ways that demand your continued discretion. The knowing exists in your awareness requesting release while your judgment insists on containment. And the urgency around silence, that reveals the magnitude. This isn't eventually people will know. This is no one can know with emphasis that suggests consequences. Permanent consequences, potentially, relationship consequences, reputation consequences, circumstance consequences. The secret you're holding has power, power to damage, power to disrupt, power to change everything. That power makes your silence not just preference but necessity. In the specific burden of carrying protected information, you're experiencing isolation that comes from knowing what others don't know, from seeing what others can't see, from understanding reality that contradicts appearances others believe. You can't share the knowing. You can't test your perception against someone else's. Can't get validation that you're reading situation correctly. The secret keeps you separate, keeps you alone with truth that might be lonely to hold. Let me illuminate what patterns might be active in someone carrying knowledge that must remain hidden. In the psychology of keeping significant secrets, several dynamics create the pressure you're experiencing. The information itself wants expression. Secrets have energy, have weight. They press against the container, trying to escape. Your nervous system carries the stress of maintaining boundaries around knowledge that seeks release. Every interaction with people affected by the secret requires performance, requires maintaining face that conceals what you know. Your current reality might involve exactly this exhausting performance, interacting with someone while knowing something about them they don't know you know. Maintaining relationship while holding information that would change the relationship if revealed. Participating in conversations while carrying truth that contradicts what's being said. The cognitive load of this double awareness creates fatigue most people don't experience because most people aren't holding what you're holding. Notice how your body responds when you're around people connected to the secret. Increased tension, heightened alertness, careful word selection, monitoring what you reveal. This isn't paranoia. This is appropriate caution when stakes are high, when speaking carelessly could create problems you can't undo. Your vigilance protects not just you, but potentially others from consequences premature revelation would create. Some secrets you're holding protect someone else. You know something that would harm them if spoken, damage their reputation, hurt their relationships, compromise their position. You're maintaining silence as act of loyalty or compassion or wisdom. Understanding that sometimes protecting people means carrying burdens they don't know you're carrying, means staying quiet even when speaking feels easier. You might be holding exactly this kind of protective, secret information about someone's past, someone's struggle, someone's mistake, someone's situation. Knowledge that, if shared, would make their life harder. Your silence serves them, even though they might not know they need your silence. Hmm. Even though you get no acknowledgement for the protection you're providing, even though carrying it alone creates strain they don't witness. Others are secrets you're holding that protect yourself. Speaking would create vulnerability you're not ready for, would expose you in ways that feel dangerous, would invite judgment or consequences you want to avoid. The information involves you directly, and revealing it would shift how others see you or treat you or relate to you. Your silence is self protection. Valid strategy when disclosure timing matters significantly. This reflection invites you to consider, is the secret you're holding primarily protecting someone else or protecting yourself? Let me clarify what "please shut up" urgency specifically indicates about risk. Shut up language suggests someone either has been speaking or is being tempted to speak. Either you've said too much already and need to stop, or you're feeling pull toward confession and warning yourself against it, or someone else connected to secret is being careless and you're mentally urging them toward silence. The urgency indicates real danger in revelation, real stakes in maintaining concealment. In the heightened awareness of dangerous information, you might be experiencing increased anxiety about accidental disclosure, about saying something while tired or emotional or distracted that reveals what shouldn't be revealed, about someone else involved in the situation being less careful than you are, about circumstances conspiring to expose what you're working hard to conceal. The fear isn't irrational if consequences are real. It's essential you develop strategies for maintaining silence under pressure, having prepared responses for questions that probe too close, knowing how to redirect conversations that approach the secret, being able to maintain composure when the topic surfaces unexpectedly, creating boundaries that protect the information without making the protection obvious. These aren't deceptive practices. They're necessary skills when holding significant secrets appropriately. Some people holding dangerous secrets experience intrusive thoughts about revelation, imagining speaking when they shouldn't, fantasizing about release of burden through confession, obsessing about scenarios where secret gets exposed. These thoughts create additional stress because they feel like betrayal of commitment to silence, even though they're just thoughts. Understanding that having thoughts about speaking doesn't mean you'll actually speak helps manage the anxiety they create. You might be experiencing exactly these intrusive revelation fantasies, imagining what would happen if you told, how people would react, what consequences would follow, what relief you'd feel initially before the chaos began. These mental rehearsals aren't planning, they're your mind processing the pressure of holding something it wants to release. Their normal response to burden of significant secrecy. They don't mean you're about to break confidence. They mean the confidence is heavy. Still others face external pressure to reveal. People asking questions. People sensing you know something. People trying to extract information directly or indirectly. Maintaining silence while being actively interrogated requires different skill than just not volunteering information, requires ability to withstand pressure, to resist manipulation. To stay committed to silence, even when staying silent creates social awkwardness or seems unkind, this reflection invites you to consider, What would make you break this silence despite knowing you shouldn't? Let me address what no one can know absoluteness reveals about consequences. No one means the circle of knowing must stay exactly where it is or shrink, can't expand even slightly, can't include people you trust, can't include people affected, can't include confidants who might help you process. The prohibition is total, the containment is absolute. This level of restriction suggests consequences severe enough to justify the isolation it creates. In the calculus of whether secret is worth keeping, you've apparently determined that yes, consequences of revelation outweigh burden of concealment. That calculation might need periodic reassessment. Are you still certain silence serves better than speaking? Are circumstances still same as when you decided to keep quiet? Has anything changed that would make revelation more appropriate now? Or do all original reasons for silence still apply with full force? It's important you distinguish between secrets that should be kept and secrets that are being kept for wrong reasons. Some information genuinely needs protection. Revealing it would cause unnecessary harm, would violate legitimate privacy, would create problems without solving any. These secrets are ethical to maintain. Your silence serves justice or compassion or wisdom. But other secrets are being kept to protect wrongdoing, to enable harm, to maintain injustice, to prevent accountability that should occur. If you're keeping secret that allows someone to continue hurting others, if your silence enables ongoing damage, if concealment serves corruption rather than compassion, then maybe the secret shouldn't be kept. Maybe the consequences of speaking would be better than consequences of continued silence. You need to examine honestly which category your secret falls into. Are you protecting something that genuinely deserves protection? Or are you protecting something that should be exposed? Are you keeping quiet for right reasons? Or are you keeping quiet because speaking feels scary, even though speaking might be necessary? Your discomfort with keeping secret doesn't automatically mean secret should be revealed, but it might mean you need to reconsider. This reflection invites you to consider, is keeping this secret actually serving highest good or just serving convenience? Let me speak to what carrying secrets alone does over time. Sustained secrecy creates specific psychological effects: isolation from not being able to share significant truth, anxiety about accidental revelation, cognitive load from managing dual realities. Relationship strain from hidden knowledge, creating distance, physical stress from nervous system activation. These effects accumulate the longer you carry heavy secret, the more it costs you even when you're committed to keeping it. In the necessity of self care while keeping secrets, you need outlets for the pressure, even if you can't reveal the actual content. Physical exercise helps discharge stress. Creative expression allows processing without direct disclosure. Therapy with someone bound by confidentiality provides space to explore feelings without compromising the secret. Spiritual practices help carry burdens that can't be shared. You need strategies for managing the weight. It's critical you monitor yourself for signs that secrecy is damaging you: increased anxiety, sleep disruption, relationship withdrawal, hypervigilance, emotional numbness, physical symptoms without medical explanation. If keeping secret is making you genuinely unwell, you might need to reconsider the silence or find professional support for managing it better. Secrets shouldn't destroy the people keeping them. Some people carrying secrets for extended periods start to forget why they're keeping them. The original reasons fade while the habit of silence persists. They continue concealment automatically without reassessing whether it still makes sense. Periodic evaluation prevents this. Asking yourself, do the reasons I started keeping this secret still apply? Has situation changed in ways that make revelation more appropriate now? You might need exactly this kind of conscious reassessment. Why are you keeping this quiet? Is that reason still valid? Would speaking create the problems you originally feared, or have circumstances shifted? Are you maintaining silence out of actual necessity, or out of habit formed when necessity existed? Being intentional about continued secrecy rather than just defaulting to it gives you agency. This reflection invites you to consider, how is carrying this secret actually affecting your well being? Let me close by honoring what you're carrying and offering perspective. Whether this secret eventually gets revealed or stays hidden permanently, whether you're carrying it for days or years, you're demonstrating capacity for discretion that not everyone possesses, ability to hold confidence, to maintain boundaries, to protect what needs protection, even when doing so costs you. That's character, that's strength, that's trustworthiness manifested through sustained silence, even when silence is difficult. May you carry what must be carried wisely. May you release what can be released safely. May you know the difference clearly. The secret sits heavy. The silence continues. Your discretion protects. Trust your timing. Ah, please shut up. The urgency to maintain absolute silence is real and justified. No one can know this. The circle of knowing must stay exactly where it is. The information you're holding carries weight that demands your continued discretion, whether protecting someone else or protecting yourself, whether temporary concealment or permanent secret. Your silence serves purpose, even when serving that purpose creates burden. And your work is wisdom about when silence serves and when it harms, distinguishing between secrets that should be kept and secrets that shouldn't, managing the psychological cost of sustained secrecy. Periodically reassessing whether circumstances still warrant concealment, finding appropriate outlets for pressure without compromising the protection, trusting yourself to know when speaking time comes, if speaking time ever comes. Remember this: carrying secrets takes strength. Your ability to maintain confidence demonstrates character. Your willingness to bear burden alone shows loyalty or wisdom or both. But secrets that damage you shouldn't be kept indefinitely. Secrets that enable harm might need revealing. Only you can determine which category yours falls into. Only you know if your silence serves justice or just serves fear. Stay discerning. Stay protected. Stay evaluating. Some secrets keep. Some secrets release eventually. Trust yourself to know which this is until the silence can safely break, if it ever can. Honor your commitment. Protect what you're protecting. Maintain the boundaries you've established. And take care of yourself while carrying what you're carrying. You're stronger than you know.